So how long were you travelling for?
I started in 2013 and travelled around Asia. So we were in India, Nepal, and then we flew over to Thailand and did Indochina. So China, Cambodia, Laos, up to China briefly for a bit, then down to Indonesia. And then the second bout of travelling, we were in Bulgaria for a few months and then followed by Turkey.
Okay. And describe what you're wearing today and why you chose to wear it.
So today I've got on some hemp trousers, which is organic hemp, dyed with natural dye, and then this jacket here is made from khadi, which is a traditional cloth from Asia, like India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, and it's hand woven generally, and this is an Egyptian pattern, and again it's all vegetable dye, so natural dyes, and the top similarly vegetable dyes. This is from India. The belt actually goes with the jacket, but I prefer to wear it with this top. And as you can see at the back, it's kind of like hand, embroidered there as well.
And how do you think travelling has affected your choices in clothing?
I think going to India in particular, you see so many shops that are selling your typical traveller wear. And a lot of the trousers that are this kind of style, like harem pants with a low crotch, or quite vibrant patterns and prints. So I think part of the reason I started dressing the way I did was sheer practicality, because when you're in hot climates and traveling around a lot, having like loose baggy trousers is really, really comfortable. Also the bindi that I'm wearing, I'd always liked that from my first trip to India, which was in I think 2007. So it's something I just wore every now and then. So originally I did start wearing it purely for aesthetic purposes, but since I've got more into certain Eastern philosophies, it's also more symbolic of the third eye chakra. So it's kind of a reminder to me as well, like in terms of meditation and kind of consciousness expansion.
Do you dress for comfort, or is it anything you wear for a statement?
It is for comfort. These trousers are super comfortable. And everything, well, a lot of what I wear is quite loose and flowing, so it feels quite nice to not be constrained by fabric. But other reasons I've started changing how I've dressed is because of environmental reasons. So again, rather than buying things that are like mass produced in fossil fuel factories in China, supporting more artisanal crafts, so things that are handmade, which of course are a bit more expensive, but then those things feel a little bit more special and a bit more unique. And I think also it's kind of about embracing sometimes like the imperfection in things, which the things that make things that little bit different, rather than a whole range of clothes that come off a production line absolutely identical. But that's very much, I think, kind of like a Western viewpoint that we do, even like fruit and vegetable, like we do want everything kind of like very perfect and very neat, and the vegetables aren't quite so perfect in terms of physical experience, physical appearance, are the ones that are disregarded.
Why do you think tribal wear is so popular at festivals?
It has got its own kind of culture and look, and some people I think would do it to kind of fit in. I think other people just want to be a bit more playful and fun with their clothing, so they can get away with these more outrageous prints or crazy like hair pieces. I think part of it as well is been down to the availability now, whereas if you look at festivals that were going on back in the 60s, and a lot of these very loose flowing fabrics and again like quite crazy prints and patterns and unusual materials, a lot of these are quite easy to get hold of now because they've been adopted by a lot of the high street retailers. Like ASOS every year will have its typical kind of festival like headbands and beads. The wellies come out. So I think part of it as well is just that availability, and that people feel more confident to maybe wear those clothes at a festival compared to what they might wear in their normal day-to-day life.